first of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So this special data interpretation video are specially made for the students, those who are going for a CAT level exam, as well as students those who are going for a bank mains exam. So in those exams you can able to see a very difficult data interpretation. So in order to crack that, I will be posting these kinds of difficult data interpretation videos. So do not forget to watch all my videos, but remember one important thing: before watching this video you have to know this: the same data interpretation question what I am going to teach now is available as a test. So first visit my website or my mobile application. There in a quantitative aptitude session you can able to see at the last data interpretation bracket mains. So inside that, the same question what I am going to teach in this set available as a test. First write the test and check what is your score, whether you are getting 5 out of 5 or you can't able to understand the DA itself. So first write the test. After writing the test, come and watch this video for solution. Without writing a test, if you watch this video completely, 100% the video will be useless, no use. So first write the test and analyze what is the mistake that you have done, where you have done the mistake, and then watch this video, right? Definitely it will be helpful for the students, those who are going for CAT exams and bank mains exam. So let me move on to all the difficult data interpretation question on these types of videos. So friends, now in this video number 20 on the data interpretation mains level question. So now we are going to solve a DA that is based on a student who secured marks in a 5 different subjects. So interesting DA, here they have given a line graph as well as they have given a pie chart. So kindly, without writing the test, do not watch this video. I'm repeatedly saying on the every video. Why? Because only if you write the test, same question I have given as a test. Only if you write the test, you can understand that how much time you are taking to solve the question and where you are making a mistake. So everything can be analyzed only if you write the test. So kindly first write the test and then watch the video. Only then this video will be helpful for you, right? So now just see what are all the values they have initially given in the line graph as well as they have given in the pie chart. So first let me talk about the line graph. A person who is scoring a different marks in a 5 different subjects, that is physics, chemistry, maths, biology and history, and each subject maximum mark is different. So for every subject the maximum mark is not same. Every subject the maximum mark is different. For example, mathematics can be 100 marks out of 100. Physics can be out of 200. So for every subject the maximum mark is different. And then that orange color line indicates that difference between correct and the wrong question, right? They have given the difference between correct and the wrong question, as well as the blue color line indicates that the unattempted question. A person difference has been given for the correctly answered question and the wrong answered question, difference has been given. First let me talk about physics. So physics, you can able to see the total difference between the correct question that you have attempted and the wrong question is 15, and the unattempted question is how much? 5. So 5 question in physics he didn't attend in the exam. So how many question he attended and which is got correct is how much question? Difference has been given, which is 15. So this is the value they have given in the line graph. So now let me move on to the second chart, which is pie chart. In the pie chart they have given so total obtained mark on each subject. So the person scored how much mark on each subject has been given. In the line graph they have given the maximum mark, right? The maximum mark of each subject. But here in the pie chart they have given the person scored on each subject how much mark, but that too not all the values are directly given. Some values are x, x minus 4, x plus 2, etc. So below the pie chart they have given one important note: the difference between history and mathematics is 44. So what they are saying, the difference between the mark that he scored on the subject, that is history and mathematics, is 44. History and mathematics, both the subject percentage has been directly given. So before finding it, you everyone knows it, right? When you add all the values in a pie chart, the values that they have given in a pie chart values, if you add all the values in a pie chart, which will be equal to 100%. If all the values are given in degree, then it is equal to 360 degree. It's a basic. So now we can add all the value. Initially we can find what is the value of x. So just see here, what is history is how much percentage? 19.6. So 19.6 percentage is history, right? So second is how much? Physics. So physics is how much? X percentage. So x percentage. What about the third one? So third one is chemistry, which is x minus 4, x percentage minus 4. So what about the next one? 28.4 percentage. So next will be x minus 2 x plus 2 percentage is equals to, so we have added all the percentage value inside the pie chart, and we know that when you add all the values in the pie chart, which will be equal to 100%. It's a basic. So by solving it, we can initially find what is the value of x. So once you find the value of x, then we know all the pie chart value easily. What is the score that E obtained on each subject? Finding that value is very simple, right? So first we can add x will be 3x. We can cancel all the percentage. Why? Because left hand side we have percentage common, right hand side we have percentage we can directly cancel it. So we can cancel all the percentage value. So remaining x will be 3x. 19.6. So minus 4 plus 2 will be minus 2. When we bring the minus 2 towards a right hand side, it will be plus 2. So is equals to 102, right? So what is the remaining value here? 19.6 plus 28.4. So 3x plus 6 plus 4 will be 10. Remaining will be 1. 9, 1, 10. 18. Remaining will be 1, which is 48. So 48 is equals to 102. So 3x is equals to 54. So x is equal to 18. So friends, initially what we found is the value of x. So we found the value of x. What is x? Here in some of the pie chart values, some values they have given it as x. So we found all the x value. Just see, physics is x percentage. So now we found the physics is how much? 18%. What is the second subject? Second subject is chemistry. Chemistry is how much? X minus 4. So 18 minus 4 will be 14%. So now we found the person scored how much mark, not mark, how much percentage of mark on each subject. So each subject we can easily find out. We found by just finding the value of x, we can easily found all the values of in the pie chart. So what is the second step? They have given a clue that the difference between history and mathematics is 44. What is the score that he got on history? 19.6. So 19.6 percentage is history. What about mathematics? 28.4 percentage. So difference is how much? 44 mark. So by using it, we can easily find what is the total score that he obtained on all the 5 different subjects. Why? Because difference mark is 44. What is the difference here? Difference is 8.8. 8.8 percentage is equals to 44. So what about 100% is equals to x? Cancel percentage. So we can cancel, this will be 2.2, right? So we can cancel this, which will be 500. That means the value of x is equals to 500. So friends, understood or not? So finally we found the value of x is equals to 500, which means the total score that he obtained on all the 5 subjects, it's equals to 500. So now finding the score that he got on each subject is easy. Why? Because out of 500, first let me take physics. So physics is how much percentage? 18% he got. So what is 18% of 500? 8 5s are 44, 90. So 90 is the mark that he obtained on the physics subject. So what about the next subject? So next is what? Chemistry. So chemistry is how much? X minus 4. 18 minus 4 is how much? 14%. So 14% is the score that he obtained on chemistry. 14% out of 500. So 5 4s are 20. Remaining will be 2. 70. I'm sorry. So 70 is the total score that he obtained in the chemistry. So similarly we can find for biology. Biology is how much? X plus 2. So 18 plus 2 will be 20%. So out of 500, 20% is scored on biology. 20% is how much? 100 mark. So 100 mark is scored on biology. So finally, what we found is the total mark that he obtained on all the 5 subjects. Out of the total mark, we found the score that he got on each subject: physics, chemistry, biology separately. So friends, this is the first data we found according to the chart value. We didn't touch any line graph here. Only by using the pie chart, and they have given a note, small note, we found the person, what is the total mark that he secured on all the 5 subjects, and after finding it, we found each subject how much mark he secured. So friends, understood? This is the first step and first data that we found according to the given chart value. So always remember that this step alone is important and everyone knows it, because all the values are given in percentage. So when you add all the values that is inside the pie chart, which will be equal to 100. If the values are in percentage, if the values are in degree, for example, instead of 19.6, if it is 72 degree, example I am saying, if it is 72 degree, if all the values are in degree, then what you need to do is add all the values which is equals to 360 degree, and then find the value of x, right? So this is the first data we found, x value we found, and then we found the maximum mark and then each subject mark. So now we can find what is the maximum mark on each subject. I can also teach that. First I can erase this value, right? So if you make a mistake on the test, it's not at all a problem, right? At least now try to understand where you are making a mistake and how you can't able to solve this question. That is only important. Getting every test is 5 out of 5 is not good, right? No, getting 5 out of 5, it's extremely good, but if you can't able to get 5 out of 5, don't fed up, right? Just understand what is the mistakes that you are doing. That is only most important here. Only by correcting your mistakes, you can able to solve the question in your exams. So if you can't able to score not even one question, then don't think that you don't know the concepts correctly. So even if you can't able to score one, just understand where you are making a mistake, which step you are struggling to solve. On next DI, continuously solve it. Definitely one day you will clear the mains exam, right? No doubt, but you have to work hard. That is most important, right? So what I can do is, I can take any one subject, physics. Just I can take physics subject. I will show you how to solve it and how to get all the values. So now getting into the line graph. So line graph, what they have given us, we know physics, what is the score that he got is 90 mark, because physics is 18%. 18% of 500 is 90. So physics he got 90 marks, I have written here. So now we don't know what is the maximum mark of physics. That is unknown, because out of maximum mark he scored 90, but that maximum mark is, they didn't directly given in the chart. But what they have given is the person who attended the right question, correctly answered, and wrongly answered, the difference is 15. So what I can do is correctly answer, let me consider it as x, because we don't know how many questions he answered correctly, as well as we don't know how many questions he wrongly answered. So we can consider that as y, but the difference has been given, which is 15. So consider it as equation 1. So once understood? So correctly answered minus wrongly answered, which is equals to 15. So next step, for every correct answer, he will be getting 4 marks, right? So 4x. And for every wrong answer, he is getting 2 marks deduction, that is negative mark is 2. So 2y. For every correctly answered, he is getting 4 mark, and for every wrong answer, he is getting 2 mark, and we know that he scored a 90 mark. So this is equals to 90. So friends, understood? If you know how to write this 2 equation, then solving the entire DI is easy. Because if you know how to write this equation, then you will be solving it. So once you solving it, you will get the value of x and y. What is the x? Correctly answered. What is y? Wrongly answered. Unattempted is also given. So we can find all the values if you know how to write this 2 equation and how to solve it. So once I can teach you again, right? So x is the number of correctly answered question, wrongly answered question, the difference according to the chart is 15. So for every correct answer, he is getting 4 mark. For every wrong answer, he is getting negative 2 mark, minus 2x. So totally he is scoring 90 mark in the physics. So correct, wrong, total score is 90. So they have given a difference which is 15. So now we can solve it. I think we can multiply this equation by 2. So 2, 2, 30. Right? And then change the sign, minus, plus, minus. So now 2y, 2y, we can cancel it. 4x minus 2x will be 2x. 90 minus 30 will be 60. So x is equals to 30. So what we found is the value of x. Correctly answered question, because we consider x as correctly answered question. So correctly answered question minus a wrong answered question, which is difference is 15. So now we found y is equals to 15. Yes, because we know the correctly answered, which is 30. By using the first equation, substitute x here. So now we got the wrongly answered is 15. So correct answer is 30. Wrongly answered is 15. What about unattempted? He left some of the question in the exam. That is also given in the chart, blue color line. You can able to see 5 question is unattempted. So 30 question he attended, he answered, right? He answered 30 question and then he made mistakes. 50 question is that is a wrongly answered question. So 30 plus 15 will be 45. So 45 unattempted question is 5. So totally 45 plus 5 will be 50 question, which means the total number of question that was asked in the physics exam is 50. And for every question, we know that it's a 4 mark. So 50 into 4 is 200. So from this point, we came to know that 200 is the maximum mark of physics subject. Out of 200 mark, he secured a 90. So friends, understood? So I think I have thought very slowly, right? And then here and there, I've repeatedly say that word again and again, the concept again and again. Why? Because if you once understand this, solving for all the remaining subject is easy. Similarly, you have to find what is the next. For example, we can take chemistry and then we can find all the values. So friends, understood how I found it, right? So these two equations we have solved. This is the correctly answered. This is wrongly answered. This is unattempted. Correctly, wrongly, unattempted. If you add all the things, total question that was asked in the physics. And for every question, they are given 4 mark. So 50 question they have asked in the physics. So 50 into 4 will be 200. So the maximum mark in the physics is 200. Out of 200, the person scored 90. So once understood, right? So I think similarly you have to find for all the remaining stuff. I can solve another one example, right? So that you can solve the remaining stuff. So physics we have solved. What about the next subject? We can go for biology, right? So yes, biology. So when just a minute, I can see the chart. Okay. So now biology. So similarly, we can consider it as x and y. X will be the answered question, correctly answered question. Y will be the wrongly answered question. So difference x minus y. So according to the line graph, what is the value they have given is 16. So difference between correctly answered or wrongly answered is 16. Consider it as equation number 1. And what is the score that he got in biology? Biology is x plus 2, 18 plus 2, which is 20. Out of 500, 20% he got in biology. So out of 500, 20% will be 100. So 100 is the mark that he got on biology. And we know that for every correct question he is getting 4x, every wrong it will be 2y is equals to 100 mark that he secured on biology. So solve the equation, we can multiply this by 2. So 2y, 2x, 2y into 2 will be 32. So minus plus minus, we can cancel 2y, 2y here. So 4x minus 2x will be 2x is equals to, so here it is 68. So x is equals to 34. So what we got is 34. 34 means what? The total number of correctly answered question. So correctly answered question is 34. minus of a wrongly answered question. The difference is 16 they have given in the line graph. So y is equals to 16 minus 34. So y is equals to 18. So y is the wrongly answered question. Wrongly answered question is 18. Correctly answered question is 34. In biology, how much question that he was unattempted, which is 8. So 8 is the total number of question that he was unattempted. So 8 unattempted. Let me add all the values, right? So 34 plus 18, 40, 52, 52 plus 8 will be 60. So 60 is what? 60 is the total number of question that was asked in the biology. And for every question, the maximum mark is 4. So 120. So 120 is what? 120 will be the maximum mark of biology. Out of 120, he is scoring 100. Good mark. But what about physics? He is scoring only 90. Right? So similarly, you have to find the values for the remaining subject, mathematics, and for biology you have to find the values for all the remaining subject like this. So I think it might alone take you time, right? This might alone definitely take you time, 5 to 10 minutes, but once you find out all the value, I think the remaining 5 question is very simple and easy. You don't want to take that much of time to solve the question, because I think 5 question they have asked based upon this DA is very simple, just to find what is the average, what is the totals mark that is secured on this much of subject. So for finding those answer is easy. Initially this alone take you time, right? So friends, interesting data interpretation, very interesting DA. So first what we found is the value of x, and then by using the value of x we found what is the mark that is secured on each subject. So how we found is the clue they have given, the below the pie chart they have given a clue, that is difference. So difference between physics and mathematics is 44. By using that we found what is the total mark that he got on all the 5 subjects. After seeing the total mark, what we found is the each subject how much mark he got on the each subjects. By using the total 500, by using the percentage value, we found the each subject mark. After finding the each subject mark, we have framed the equation. So correctly answered minus wrongly answered, which is equals to the difference given in the line graph. Unattempted they have given. So correct answered is 30 question, wrongly answered is 15 question, unattempted is 5. Once you add all the 3, resultant will be the total number of question that was asked in the physics subject. So 50 question they have asked, and each question we know that maximum mark is 4. So 50 into 4 is 200. So 200 is what? 200 will be the maximum mark that is on the subject. So similarly we found for biology is 120 mark, and he is secured 100 mark. So similarly find for other subject. In case if you can't able to find it, if you are struggling to find it, I can display the chart here. So after finding all the values, I can give you the table chart here, where you can able to see that whether you have solved, whether you have found out all the values correctly. Just look at the chart. So I have displayed the values here. So what is the total number of attempted question, what is the total number of correctly answered, incorrectly answered, what is the total number of maximum mark, out of maximum mark what is the score that is secured. I can give you all the values in the table here. So friends, I think solving all the 5 questions, that is based on the chart value that we found is easy. Table chart I have given all the values. So by using that value, solving all the 5 questions will be easy. So I think, so now you can understand. If you want, I can just show you what are all the questions they have asked. So if all the subjects do not have a negative mark, then what is the average score of all the subjects? So without a negative mark, then what we can do here is, for that question, I think third question they have asked like this. So what we can do here is, you can take only the correctly answered question, because there is no negative mark. If there is no negative mark, then you don't want to consider the unattempted question, as well as you don't want to consider the wrongly answered question. You can take only the correct answered question. If you take biology, in biology how many questions that just now we found? I think 34. 34 is the total number of correctly answered question, and for every correctly answered question it is 4 mark. So 34 into 4. So 136, you can consider that mark alone. For similarly physics, so physics we think we got 30, right? So 30 is the total number of correctly answered question. So 30 into 4 is 120. So we can take physics 120 biology 136. So similarly find for all the remaining subject, add it and divide by the total number of subjects. Total I think 5 subjects, so divided by 5. So easy, right? If there is no negative mark, then don't consider that the wrongly answered question as well as unattempted question. So what is the next question they have given us? Find the ratio of highest percentage score and the lowest percentage score. So it is easy, right? How to find the highest percentage? Usually, how will you find the percentage that is scored is easy. Why? Because you can either take E scored 90 mark, right? 90 mark in first subject is what we found is physics. So how will you find how much percentage it is? 200 out of 200 is the physics. So 90 mark that is secured. So 90 divided by 200 into 100 will be the total number of percentage that E got in physics. So friends, understood or not? So similarly for all the remaining subject, you can find for all, and then highest to the lowest you can find the ratio. Right? So I think the answer is 98 to 75. I will give the solution also there in the test thing. If all the incorrect questions are counted as the correctly question, and how much score that E got on the subjects. Okay. So if all the incorrect question are counted as correctly answered and the correctly answered as incorrect, so that is also easy, right? The correctly answered is 30, that has to be considered as incorrect. So incorrect question has been considered as correct question. It's easy because we found all the values, right? So the sum of maximum score in biology and mathematics is together what percentage of less? So what percentage more or less? X minus y divided by y into 100. So substitute all the value, you will get the answer. It's very easy, right? So solving all the 5 questions, that is easy. Only that initial part alone takes you time. So I think that is also easy. If you know how to frame that equation, solving it, it's very easy. So thank you so much friends for watching this video. So I hope many students have thanked me for posting these kind of difficult level data interpretation. So still we have lot more DI to be posted on the channel. So again I am saying, if you need to crack the mains level exam data interpretation, first you need to know the concepts correctly, right? So concepts are more important. That's the reason I'm repeatedly saying first write the test. First, if you write the test, you can understand that which concept you are struggling to solve and where you can't able to proceed to the next step to solve the question. And if you can able to understand that part and then come and watch the video, so that you can able to understand that where you have made a mistake. So in the next upcoming day, you won't make that mistake again and again. That's the reason I am saying time management is also important. For this DA, you should not take more than 15 minutes to solve. At least for initial 10 minutes you take to find out all the values. So remaining 5 or 10 minutes you can solve all the 5 questions. Maximum 20 minutes you can take to solve this DA. So practice like that. That's the reason I have given 20 minutes for the test every day. Some DA I have given 15 minutes and some DA I have given 20 minutes. That's the reason. Time management is also important. You should know the concept to solve the question. That is also important. These two comes only when you practice. Kindly practice the test and then watch the video, right? So thank you so much friends for watching this video, and if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much. Bye.